Hello everyone and welcome back to another Wizard101 video. Sorry for my voice being a little bit, raspy. It's early in the morning. I'm waking up. Things are happening. Whatever. Yesterday, they released a new dev diary, State of the Game 2021 wrap-up. Figured I would go over it, and there is a huge announcement for King's Isle at the end of this, so stay tuned for that. If not, I guess you can skip like 5 minutes, but I wouldn't. There is some cool stuff in this dev diary that you should look at. But without further ado, let's get into it. Happy holidays, KI community! Before we all take a long winter's nap, I wanted to reflect on this past year and all that we've accomplished. Each year, we set goals for the game, which are our North Stars, to guide us for the year of development. So I'd like to peel back the curtain and give you a bit of some insight into why we chose what we chose to tackle in 2021, and some light analysis on how we thought it went. So goal 1 was to optimize tools and process. This one is sort of an internal goal that doesn't always have a direct tie to player-facing content, but it's relevant, I promise. We finally bit the bullet and spent a significant development time upgrading our engine to support 64-bit. Now, this was something that was pretty cool to me because I actually did notice the stability. I don't know how many people noticed it. It was very, very hard to notice, I feel like, but the game was a bit more stable, and I noticed this specifically in Wizard City because in Wizard City with the new updated graphics, I found that my game was crashing a few times, which is really strange. You don't expect Wizard101 to crash, and it was crashing specifically like around Triton Avenue area. When I went inside of it, I noticed it crashed quite a few times. I remember this specifically because when I was doing speed running that one time, it crashed in one of my runs going into Triton Avenue, and I was like, well, this runs an L. But upgrading their engine to 64-bit, I did notice actually lessened that. I don't think I've crashed in Wizard101 since, which is actually pretty impressive in my opinion. So I would say good job, and it also should be good for the future because 64-bit is definitely needed to optimize and make the game a bit better. We focused on making world creation more efficient. We started with a work on a dialogue tool for sound and voiceovers to help organize and generate recording scripts, which have already saved us weeks of work just this year. Then after we launched Lemuria, we started analyzing how we create new worlds, top to bottom, department by department, and we want to make sure we're doing it the best way we can and not just the way we've always done it. These optimizations are tricky to prioritize because they come at the cost of new features right now, but the time investment means that we'll be better equipped to support the game for decades to come. The quicker we are making content, the cooler content we create. It's neat how it works like that. So I want to say this is huge. For a lot of people who have been saying like updates are slowing down, which they aren't really, you guys just think they are, worlds very likely, and specifically looking at this, are likely to actually be coming out a little bit faster because it looks like they are optimizing the way that they make worlds. This looks like right here that potentially it could shave weeks off of creating worlds, and we could really see this in the future. We could see worlds coming out instead of 12 months apart, say 9 months apart. And from there, we're getting updates faster and faster, which will be really, really cool in my opinion. So this is a really good thing, and I hope they continue focusing on optimizations like this in the future. Optimizing is very, very important. If you don't do it properly, especially in a game making company, it could spell, not necessarily disaster, but the game will slow down quite a bit. Speaking of worlds, I wanted to take this opportunity to say a hearty thank you to everyone at KI for their hard work, either developing or supporting us in getting Lemuria and the fall update released, as well as our dedicated community on your great feedback, yada yada yada. Pretty cool. Goal 2, focusing on improving existing game systems versus creating new ones. This one was pretty important for me. I think it was one of the best things they've done. Such as, okay, well, maybe not the game stats audit. I have mixed feelings about that specifically, but PvP system revamp was pretty cool, and quite a few things you'll see shortly in coming updates. They've also done shortening the lengthy AoE spells. They still need to actually do that for more spells, in my opinion. Like, for some reason, Power Nova isn't a hit all, despite every other 7-pip AoE hitting all at the same time. Really strange. They improved castle magic, which is meh, and then they finally revamped the quest log, which was really cool. They also did some other minor stuff, like when you open the world door, it automatically will go to the world that your selected quest is on, which is a really cool addition. Just minor quality of life stuff like that, which I think genuinely was really necessary and really has made this game much better, like joining combat mid-round. A new player will come to this game and not realize the struggle that a lot of us like older players had to go through when it comes to stuff like battling, the amount of time it takes to do certain things. Like, legitimately, I think battles have been shifted from taking, like mob battles have been shifted from taking minutes, like lengthy minutes, to 1 to 2 minutes, like 5 minutes or so to 1 to 2. And that, in my opinion, really does mean a lot. So I'm glad KingsIsle actually did do this. Goal 3, focusing on bringing players together for meaningful social interaction. I talked at length back in June about why we feel like player socialization is so important. When looking to improve social aspects of Wizard101, we started with the existing systems like grouping, questing, team up, and combat sigils. You can already see they have done quite a lot of this to the game. I genuinely think that they are going in the right direction. And I actually do like a lot of these changes. I don't know how a lot of people felt about them, but I thought the group feature, like adventure parties, that is amazing. I think that that's one of the best features they've added in a long time. And being able to pick what position of battle you're in, really interesting. Being able to, you know, like have a higher collect chance, stuff like that, really is just really cool. And I'm very happy for it. Team up, obviously, has always been a good feature, so I'm happy that they're improving that. Questing, really nice. And then, you can see here, I don't want to say the G word, but if you can see some of the exciting design planning recaps I've been reading lately, let's just say you're in for a treat next year. This is teasing guilds, obviously. These have been teased for a long time, and it looks like we might potentially be getting guilds in Wizard101. I don't know exactly how to feel about them. I probably wouldn't make a guild. I mean, maybe if there was enough demand for it, but like personally, I don't think I would like to be part of a guild. I don't know. That's just not something that's interesting to me, but I'm sure a lot of people would be very interested in that. Goal 4, make subscriptions more interesting and memberships more valuable, and get previous wizards to give the game another try. This is obviously just talking about, well, first off, the free promotions they did, which they did a lot of this year. I don't know if you guys noticed, but in August, they invited a small group of the community back to try again for 14 days. In September, they opened Wizard City Crocotopia. In November, they did that again. And in December, they made everyone a member during their holiday event. These things are really cool, really, really cool. And you can see here, they love to analyze data, and we found that each of these trials have been quite encouraging. That's good. Literally what I said to you guys, I said this, now is the time to play this game, because if we show KingsIsle that doing stuff like this is working and actually does increase interest in their game, that means everything. And I would like to say, I think we did that. Like, specifically during the 12 days of the spiral, during everyone's a member, I can't really see the data of the actual game, but I can see, say, the Steam data, and the Steam data, about 4 times the normal average was playing. So the normal average on the Steam game is about 200 at any given minute, and it was up to 1,000 in game at one point, which is, I believe, the highest it's ever been on Steam, which is really, really cool. So I would say this was a resounding success, and I do hope they continue doing stuff like that. In regard to making subscriptions more interesting, they've been talking about a membership loyalty feature, which they haven't actually released yet, but they're going to release it next year, so I am excited for that. It does seem like it'll be pretty cool. Goal number 5, explore our options with Pirate 101, and well, let's keep the rest of that under wraps for a bit. So that does mean they have good stuff. So, this is what I wanted to announce. The community quickly noticed our job board had exploded in November. The new job postings mean a few things, but the one I was able to announce with the last KI Live, we are officially resuming updates to Pirate 101 in 2022. Now, a lot of people, when I talked about the new job offerings, they were like, but Noah, it seems like the job offerings are for only for Pirate 101. This won't affect Wizard 101. Noah, the new job offerings, Pirate 101, not Wizard 101. Well, guess what? Take this fat L, the fattest L of your life, because if you didn't know, and this was news, yesterday, December 17th, KingsIsle was offered quite a bit of money and a new headquarters that is double the size of their old headquarters, along with 70 additional spaces for job offerings at a new headquarters in a new town. This is insane. And if any of you in the comments dare try to say, oh, Noah, all 70 of these new workers are going to go to Pirate 101, I am going to pile driver you, atomic elbow you into the ground, all right? Because this is crazy. This is insane. We haven't seen this King's Isle this big in years. I don't even know if we've ever seen King's Isle this big. I don't know if they've ever had 150 spaces in their team. Now, I could be wrong, but I don't know. So you can see this is going to be crazy. If they double the size of their team, not only are we going to start seeing Pirate 101 updates, we're going to see Wizard 101 updates at a much faster pace. And I am really, really excited for that. Like you can see here, are you a 3D artist, animator, programmer, designer, producer, QA analyst, or marketing manager? They're looking for all of those things. That is insane. They are looking for everything. And that means that everything is going to be better, in my opinion. The idea that all of a sudden we might have some marketing, some advertising for Wizard 101 again. I know that some people have mentioned my Discord server that they've started seeing Wizard 101 ads again, which is a little bit crazy because I don't think I've seen those in years. The website has like a new intro thing that I've noticed. This is good. I don't think I can stress enough that this is good, and I am really excited for the future. So let me know what you think. This is basically the end of the dev diary. You can see here that was kind of just some things. There's going to be Pirate 101 updates, Wizard 101 updates, the new job offers. Let me know what you think. I'm really excited to hear what everyone in my community has to say. Are you excited for this? Because I really am. I think King's Isle expanding by this size can only be a good thing. Especially if it decides to pay off. It's going to be super exciting. So again, let me know what you think, but that's it for today. Thank you all for watching. I hope you enjoyed. Drop a like, hit the sub button. Go support me financially on Patreon if you wish, and join my Discord server. But that's it. Thank you all for watching. I will see you in the next video. Adios.